I need a DeLorean or borrow that grimoire to go to hell. Because I just thought of something. I mean, we talked about this a while back, but I need Stolas' grimoire or a DeLorean to go back in time to pick up someone and bring him to the present. Or go to hell and look for the guy, ask him, where are you at? If he knows where he got killed at, grab him. Thank you. Why? Because you're famous where I'm from. I mean, if I could grab him and tell him, hey, listen to me. This is the plan. I tell him, hey, you know what, Mr. Hoffa, yeah? Come with me, please. Get in the car. Where are we going? Oh, we're going on a little trip. Where are we going? A trip where you won't be dead. I mean, the time I'm from, you're dead. Wait a minute, I'm dead. Well, the time I'm from, you've been missing for about 50 years. You see here real quick. Let me look up real quick, guys. I have to look up something real quick here. Jimmy Hoffa.
According to Wikipedia, James Riddle Hoffa was an American labor union leader who served as the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters from 1957 until 1971.
I wouldn't let him be my... Actually, technically, no. I wouldn't do that. Bloomfield. I know where Bloomfield is. Nice little place. Actually, he'd be over... He'd be about... Wow. Jimmy Hoffa would be over 100 years old now. If he was actually still living, he'd be over 100 years old. I would actually grab him and tell him, listen to me, Mr. Hoffa, you're in trouble. So I'm going to take you to a time where you are actually going to be almost 100 years old. What do you mean? You're going to come with me to the year 2000, come to the future, where you're going to be almost 110 years old. Wait, yeah, I'd be about 110 years old if he was still where you're going to be you're going to be 108 years old. What do you mean? We're going to the future, the year 2021. What the? No. Mr. Hoffa, I grabbed you before you died. You don't understand. The time I'm from, you died. You disappeared on this date. And you want to know something? In the history you're from, which I screwed up now, people have been looking for you for years. They can't find you. I'm taking you to a time where you'll be safe. We can find your relatives, and guess what? They'll think you're a phony, but when they run your prints and run through a computer, they'll think, wait, how you're still living? I'll tell them, well, I did something illegal. I found them, froze them, and put them to the present. You'll be so famous and stuff, it won't be cool. Is the Teamster still around? You understand, the mob can't kill you if you don't exist, right? Oh. So that would actually be pretty funny, but I don't think people think that'd be funny because he's been missing now for about 50 years. No one knows where he is. I mean, most stuff I ever heard, okay, of where he is, he got buried somewhere in a grave somewhere in the States somewhere. I mean, all we know is buried like Erie, buried in a few swamps down the area. But no one really knows where he actually is. To my knowledge, I think they chopped him up to pulp, turned him into manure or something, and threw him in, or dumped his body somewhere in some swamp in the States somewhere. I don't know. Heck, he could be who knows where. But I think he's somewhere in the state of Michigan. Seriously, I think he's somewhere in the state of Michigan. About, I don't know, maybe about 10 years ago or so, maybe 30-something, maybe a few years ago, they thought he was in Novi, Michigan. A few years ago, I thought he was in Novi. Some parking lot, some driveway in Novi, which is a few blocks from the police department. That was wrong. They found out it was a dog. Because the town of Novi is not that far from where he disappeared. And according to records that we have found out recently, he did die in a house near Novi. According to what I was reading online, according to what a TV show on PBS did, they found out that he was shot or something in Novi or near where Novi is where he died. Because according to what I found, there was a real big mob thing here in the state of Michigan at the time, which I don't get into that stuff that much because I'm not part of it, and I don't get into any of that stuff. Besides, I don't know what to believe anymore. So yeah, I don't know what to believe anymore.